Hello, beautiful souls. This is Julie with Into Heart Space, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for May. Welcome to May. It's beautiful. I live in Colorado, and it's just gorgeous out right now. If you would like a personal reading, you can find me on Facebook, email me, or go to the website. And if you want to skip this part, the collective pull, and you want to go straight to the individual signs, I have placed a timestamp in the description box below that will take you straight to the individual sign. All right. So, collective. What ties us together? This one card is what kind of weaves us together? What is our connection? In some way, this card will affect everyone. So let's look at it. Let's pull it first. Calling in the divine, calling in the highest of energy to guide us, calling in the highest of light, collective. What is the collective pull? This one? No? Okay. That one? Yes. Okay. Listen to your intuitive feelings. I'm going to pull one more too. Throat chakra. Listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. So make sure you're staying open, collective. Make sure you're actually taking in what you hear, taking in that intuition, that hunch, that hum that is sitting within your heart, your spirit, your soul. Listen to it. Don't deny it. Don't ignore it. It's there for a reason. And then I love that the throat chakra popped up right after it. The throat chakra, the angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. So by listening to your intuitive feelings, angels, and by angels, it's not just angels, it's the healthy divine, it's the higher energy. It's your guides who are standing behind you and saying, once you hear yourself and you feel yourself, speak it. Be true. Be honest of who you are. And that way you can continue down your path. Until you do that, this is going to be the lesson that you have to continually learn over and over and over again. Because you can't move on if you don't learn the lesson. It's cumulative. Okay? So listen to your intuition. Listen to your hunch. Listen to your spidey sense. And then speak it. Don't just listen to it and be like, oh yeah, that's right, but I can't say anything or do anything about it. That's malarkey. Yes, you can. The angels are there to help you. Your guide spirit is there to help you. And lovingly, unconditionally, be the true you. So, that's wonderful. Listen and be. On to the individual reading. Hello, Pisces. This is Julie with Into Heart Space, and we're here looking at the energy surrounding you for May of 2018. If you would like a personal reading, then you can find me on Facebook, email me, or go to the website. Also, make sure to check out your rising sign and your moon sign. And if you're not sure what those are, I have provided a link in the description box below that will create your natal chart for you. All right. Calling in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. What are the messages for Pisces? Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. What messages are for Pisces? What guidance? What energy? Pisces 17. Once again, I'm going to call in the highest of light, the highest of energy to guide us on this reading. Pisces 17. The energy that's coming in from the prior month, which is the Knight of Cups reversed. So having the Knight of Cups reversed is so for those of you, I get this, for those who are single or have just started dating someone, then I feel like it's that person that is just coming in, it's not a successful relationship. Like there's a pull away. There's this energy that I'm getting for this is specifically for the Piscean people who are just dating or just casually seeing someone, that it's just not gelling. Now, for everyone else, let's say, well, not let's say, for the people who are with somebody, then it's once again, I feel like this is a message of, with your partner, you're confused with the way the relationship is going, or you're confused about a relationship, and that you're getting mixed messages. Either you're sending the mixed messages or you're receiving them. For, I would say, more than half of you, you are actually the ones who are sending the mixed messages within those who are in a relationship, because you're just not sure what you want to do. And then we have the Ace of, okay, that makes complete sense. Ace of Wands, which is the energy that's permeating all throughout May. And the Seven of Cups reversed, Four of Swords reversed, the Fool, Two of Cups reversed, Ten of Discs, and the Guide reversed. Ten of Wands, the Sun reversed, Three of Cups reversed, Page of Swords reversed, Four of Cups, and the Queen of Cups reversed. Okay, so yeah, having the Knight of Cups, I do feel that for a lot of Pisces people, you are confused about a relationship. You're not sure if you want to continue with it, and because of that, you're not ready to make a new step. You're not to make the next step. So moving in with them, getting married, calling each other, boyfriend, girlfriend, or but doing the next step in whatever that is for the relationship. You just don't feel the passion behind it. You don't feel connected to that. It doesn't make you feel vibrant when you think about moving on with them, Pisces. So, or moving on in some sort of relationship. And I see that here too. Having the Seven of Cups reversed and the Four of Swords reversed, it's like you just don't feel like you have a say. You don't have a choice in a relationship, and because of that, you really don't you don't know what to do, and you don't know if you should do anything. So you're kind of playing aloof with somebody. You're playing you're just not sure of what you want to do, and so I feel like the other person in the relationship is really like, I want to marry you. I want to move in. I want to do this. And you're going, oh, let's talk about it tomorrow. Oh, we need to go see your mom tonight, so let's talk about it later. Oh, let's go grocery shopping. You keep putting it off because you don't know what to do, and you feel stuck and you feel chained in a way to a relationship. And with the Four of Swords here, in reverse, this is not the time to do that. This is the time, like, you're losing valuable opportunities to start anew and to move forward. Even though you feel stuck, there's possibilities that are right there for you, and you're not utilizing them because you're ignoring them. Okay? Because anytime we have an Ace of Wands, or we have an Ace card and it's in reverse, this is a new beginning that wants to happen, but you have to take care of some things before it actually manifests. And so in relationship, if you feel stuck, and remember, this is not always love, this can be friendship, family, and if you're a child too, like I got this feeling with Virgos, is that there was some energy with their children, but in this, I feel like this is the opposite, that you are the child. And so with your parents, if you're getting this feeling that they're pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do, they want you to buy a house, live in a white picket fence, and marry a certain somebody, and you're not in that place. That's not what you want. Or they want you to have a certain job, or they want you to do a certain thing with the family, and you're not feeling it. You are not vibing that. Then let them know. Be honest about it, instead of being like, oh, we're just having a family dinner right now, so let's not talk about it. Let's not ruin it. Because once again, there are some people in your lives who haven't come in yet, who are about to kind of shift your journey, and you can't let them in until you acknowledge everything around you. So Pisces, this is what, like, when I see the Fool here, I'm like, look up, Buttercup, look up. Make a decision. What decision you need to make, and move on with it. Stop delaying the inevitable. And then here in career, we have the Two of Cups, the Ten of Discs, and the Guide reversed. The Two of Cups is reversed too. Okay, so in career, you're going to have to shift some things around in career too. All right, because you're not necessarily listening to your inner compass, and by not listening to your inner compass, you are creating situations that are not helping you rise in career. In fact, you're kind of selling yourself short, is what I see, Pisces. Is that you are making deals, you are connecting with people who are okay for now, but they aren't going to help you in the future. And it's because you're just taking whatever you can get. When you have to go back to self, recognize it, listen to your intuition, speak your truth, just like this is what everyone's going through right now is, our communal pull was listen to your intuition and throat chakra. But really strongly, Pisces, I see this here is that your happiness, your abundance, your clarity of self really is tied into making sure that you make the connections that you need to with the people you need to. If they don't vibe with you, if you feel off around them, do not disregard that. There's a reason why that's there. And so I see this really happening in group settings, in coworker. Like this is your equals who are kind of being, I wouldn't say shysty, but they just won't raise you up like other people could if you wouldn't sell yourself short. And your happiness depends on it. Your future depends on it. So don't just settle for certain situations. Don't settle for certain jobs either. I mean, if you have to pay the bills, if you have to do certain things, sometimes all of us have to take a job that we don't necessarily, it's not our end-all be-all heart's desire job. We just have to do it to make the ends meet. And that's okay too. But even when that happens, make sure that you keep pushing forward with your dreams and your intuition. All right? Always leave space to do that. So even when we are doing things just to make the ends meet, we are still fulfilling our destiny, our heart, our spirit, our mind, even if it's just like 5 minutes a day. Keep pushing in that regard too. Do not settle. Never settle, Pisces. Do not settle for that. And that's what I keep seeing, this Two of Cups reversed. And it's really a contract that I feel like some of you guys try to sign, and it's just not going to work out. Especially since we have Mercury retrograde right now. I mean, if you have to sign something, you have to sign something, whether or not Mercury is retrograde. But really listen to it, look at it, and if you can kind of give it some wiggle room or give yourself space to get out of the contract, then do it. All right, in abundance, we have the abundance. So right off the bat, I know Pisces, you have a lot on your plate. And then we have the Sun reversed, and we have the Three of Cups reversed. And so Pisces, I feel like you have been putting your nose to the grindstone so much lately that you're missing the sunshine and you're missing the joy and the beauty surrounding you. And I think what has happened is you have been working really hard, but you've also just been so in the clouds, and I feel like some of you guys have been really hitting the bottle or hitting a vice really strongly. And like everyone has a vice, so it's just, we're human beings. But it's like this escapism I'm seeing from Pisces, so that you don't have to really face the depth of the work, Pisces, like the depth of how much it affects you emotionally. And so that you can just almost get through it. But by doing that, it's hampering your joy. And you're not feeling the breadth of your abundance. And so that's, it's like, make sure that you aren't, that you're in balance, with this of wands. It's really like, it could be extreme working out too, and that I don't want you to have to sprain an ankle or something so that you realize that you have to take a break and take care of yourself. But like the Sun in reverse and the Three of Cups is saying, please don't forget about your joy. please don't forget about the people who truly do love you and want to be there for you, because they are there, and there is this fog. There's like this foggy space between you and them. And so I want you to walk through it. I do. I want you to walk through it and acknowledge the true abundance that you hold within self and love surrounding you. And I also need you to pick a few of these wands and not carry all of them. This is a huge burden on you, Pisces. And Spirit really feels like and is saying to me, only carry a few. You do not need to carry only a few, Pisces. Pick a few. Let go of the rest. And then in Mind, Body, Spirit, we have Page of Swords reversed and the Four of Cups, and then the Queen of Cups reversed. And so, yeah, Spirit really says that the Queen of Cups reversed is you. You are depleted. And, you know, having the Four of Cups here too can be, once again, vices. And I actually had one of my clients write to me and say vices are not bad. And I agree with that. Vices, sometimes we all need something that we can kind of lean on to get us through some tough times, but we don't need to use it as a crutch all the time. But when I see it like in this regard, it's taking away from your light. It's hampering your light, and that is when we have to reevaluate our coping skills. And it's not just out of the blue, Pisces, because we have the Page of Swords reversed. So I do feel like some of you guys are actually receiving some sort of it is abusive. It's definitely abusive, but it's kind of in a childish, immature way. You know, it's like instead of somebody, you know, trying to take your job, they like take your pencil, your favorite pencil. Or instead of, you know, them fighting in a relationship, they just call you ugly. You know, be like, well, you're ugly and fat, you know, and you're like, what is that? Why are you doing, what did you just say? I'm like, well, you're stupid head, kind of thing. You know, and so it's just kind of like you kind of look at them and cock your head to the side and wonder why is this happening? And so you just have to kind of treat them like in arrested development, you know, that they are only a child, and acknowledge that and not take it personally and not take it in as your own. Also with the Four of Cups, that's the warning too, is that somebody is acting very immature in your life, and they're just throwing a fit like a little 5-year-old, and not to take it to heart, you know, and not to let it become your reality. And so the Queen of Cups, I feel like in reverse, I mean, because you are such a caring sign and you have the largest capacity for unconditional love like no other sign. And so you love them through and through, but it's starting to affect you negatively. And so you're starting to get like the vulnerability that you feel because of it is causing your soul to ache, you know. And so you might be kind of snappy, and you might not even really be snappy, Pisces. I think this is why you're being so aloof. And so I don't know, let's deal with it later. We don't need to deal with it now. We don't need to make decisions now. Let's just keep putting it off. And like, why are you pressuring me? Why are you pressuring me? And it's because you're just foggy. You're foggy. So what to do, Pisces, with this? Let's see here. I want you to commit to yourself, okay? So I want you to set actual goals, but they have to be about fun and love. I want you to set 3 goals. One can be like, I'm going to hang out with my best friend, and we're going to go get coffee, and then we're going to go walk at the botanical garden. And you have to do it. You know, another one could be, I'm going to go get a massage, and you have to go do it. And another could be, I am not going to drink for 2 weeks, and you have to do it. I'm not going to eat sugar for 2 weeks, you know, and do it. Set these goals of taking care of self and do them and write them down. This is the Virgo in me. I have so much Virgo. And Pisces, I think this is going to actually help you guys out, is to do this, is to write it down and check it off, just to ground yourself and put yourself back into this realm, because you are kind of in a different reality right now, which is fine and which is amazing too. But you also have to deal with this one that we're all in. So come back down to earth for just a moment, touch base with us, and set these goals just so that you have to deal in this reality. Okay, so we're going to use the Noah Nafu deck. It's called the Visionary Cards, just to kind of pull it all together. And so once again, like, I just want to, because I know I felt like Piscean giving this reading, I just was kind of vague and all over the place. So just to kind of clarify really quickly, in relationship, if you are foggy and hazy and you're not sure what you want to do in a relationship, be honest and tell them that. Okay? Say, I don't know what I want to do. I am not sure I want to do this relationship and I have to figure that out. I'm not sure. Instead of making excuses and saying, let's talk about it later. Not today. Just say, I'm not sure. And then go from there and speak from your heart space. When it comes to work, make sure you are valuing self, valuing what you need in your future, and go from that space. Just because, Joe Schmo and Sally Smith are around and they've asked you to join a project doesn't mean that they are the best for you. Maybe Greg over in the corner, who's really quiet, has an amazing project, and you have this hunch that you should talk to Greg, but you haven't, because Joe Schmo and Sally Smith are like cornering you. Go talk to Greg before making a decision, and say, hey, what are you up to? What's going on? I just thought I'd come over and check and see. Value yourself, value your intuition, and your future. Abundance, you got to lay some sticks down. You got to lay something down, and remember the beauty that surrounds you, the beauty in self, and find the love and joy in your life and ride it. Okay. Set some goals. Yeah. Okay. Calling on the visionary cards. Let's tie this all together. Tie in what is the added message that you have for Piscean kings and queens this month? What do they need to know? Mental agriculture. Okay, so Virgo got that they have to also work with the earth. So not this card, but let's see what this has to say. Mental agriculture. Okay. This card is about going back to basic instinct. Yeah. Yes. Think about knowledge as a pyramid. The people in power are at the top, disseminating information down through the minds of people they wish to control. We have been taught to rely on a calculated mind based on top-down information. This is about exploring the huge body of knowledge we have, from using our own senses to collect and receive knowledge from the earth and from the universe. In order to maximize our experience, we must become the gardeners of our own thoughts. We have to till and care for the figurative environment to grow healthy and bountiful minds. Grow the things that nurture you. Healthy thoughts support a healthy being. You are in control. And I don't think I need to say anything more. That was pretty clear and concise and exactly what you needed to hear. So, again, if you would like a personal reading, you can find me on Facebook, email me, or go to my website. And always remember, listen to your heart, and the body will follow. Much love, joy, and blessings.